that are sacrosanct here at every meeting that we conduct here at Vadodara Toastmasters. First and foremost, we do not talk about sex, religion, and politics. So I would urge you to not discuss this in your speeches and evaluations. Secondly, we do not cross talk because it might disturb the speaker. And thirdly, I would urge you to silence your phones so that the sessions are not disturbed. I will give you 10 seconds for that. Thank you. With that, additionally, if anyone would like to use washroom, it's right outside the door to the left. But make sure that you do not disturb anyone while moving in or out. Now I would like to request you all to start, raise your hand and repeat the club mission after me. We provide a positive and supportive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their leadership and communication skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now you would think that taking on the role of a club president might be an arduous task for a 26-year-old, but that's what our new club president has done. So without further ado, let me introduce you to club Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good morning.
Let's start our meeting with discussing current events that happening in Vadodara. Starting with Asia's largest non-metro marathon, right? So I just looked at the figure and I came to know that 1,34,000 people have registered in that marathon. I wondered what these people are going to do. So I looked at all the categories that they have registered and the count that they have registered. So I came to know about that there are main 5 categories. 42 kilometer full marathon. So 289 members has been registered in that category. In 21 kilometer half marathon, 1,591 members has been registered. In 10 kilometer run, 9,018 members, and in 5 kilometer run, 5 kilometer timed run, 3,450. So if we sum it up, it will go around 13,400 count. So rest of the people have registered themselves into 5 kilometer fun marathon. So I also took challenge for myself. Every day at 6 a.m. I always go to. So it is my New Year resolution. So not always, but from day of 1st January, I have started to go on the walk for 5 kilometers. So it was the exact figure of the 5 kilometer fun marathon. So I took challenge today morning and I started running. I reached about 500 meters and my heart started shouting at me, stop running. That's the only reason that there is a category like 5 kilometer fun marathon. You cannot take it seriously. So then I completed my walk normally. So let's move forward. We have a great festival coming up, Makar Sankranti on 14th January, right? So how many of you know the importance of Makar Sankranti? Yes, ma'am.
Sun moves from north to Uttarayan, from south to north direction. It from southern side to northern side, and the days started becoming longer.
Yes, correct. So our Earth rotates on its axis by reading 22.3 degrees. So the Sun is in the middle. So when it rotating around the Sun, that at one point the Sun will started moving towards the northern side. So that's why it's called Uttarayan, and it enters into Capricorn, right? So that is the one reason that we celebrate Makar Sankranti. There is another reason. During this festival, it is a new year for the farmers all across the India. So they will harvest their crops and celebrate the festival. The third reason is that it's a ending of the winter and it's a start for the summer. So we will have a slightly warmer days from now on. How many guys knows that in 2024, in which day Makar Sankranti came?
14.
Comes.
15.
It's on the 15th January. Due to the leap year, Makar Sankranti comes in the 15th January. So, as per our regular, we are going to celebrate like 14 to 15, Uttarayan and Vasuttarayan, but on calendar, it is on the 15th January. And it is the only festival that India celebrates as per the solar calendar. So, there is a two type of calendars, right? How many of you can explain?
Vikram Sambat and our own
So
calendars.
there is basically two type of calendars: lunar calendar and solar
Yes,
calendar.
solar
So lunar calendar is basically it is based on the moon's position related to Earth, and solar calendar is basically it is a Earth's position related to Sun. Okay, so it is the only festival which is based on the solar calendar. So with this kind of information, I will open our 305 meeting. Open. So let's proceed our meeting further with our guest introduction. So any new guest over here? Yes, please, ma'am. You can just walk over here and tell us about your name, what you do, and how you came to know about the Toastmasters.
Hello.
What's your name?
Mayuri. Good morning, everyone. My name is Mayuri Jadhav Shah, and by profession, I am a branding consultant and I am running my IT company. And apart from this, in 2023, I just started my journey as an influencer. And when I start my journey, then I feel that a lot of people have facing same issues in how to start content creator, which kind of platform that help you grow you and earn with the different kind of platform. So meanwhile I'll start my journey, and then after I'll also experience lot of platforms plus and minus points. Then after I have to research too many platforms details and also research on algorithm like Instagram, YouTube and everything. Then after, based on certain experience, I'll just complete my book as a start influencer journey. Right? It also available on Amazon ebook. So this is my journey. So that's the thing.
So whoever wants to go further into the marketing and PR side, you can refer to that. Any more guests? Yes.
Hello, good morning everyone. I am Rutvik Dhanani and I am working profession in, I am mechanical engineer and I am worked in TBA at Karjan location as a design engineer. Actually, I want to know about Toastmaster when I am searching that I want to develop some skills, soft skills in communication and better my communication. So I search on web and I found the Toastmaster on web. So that I register from web and
Hello guys, good morning. My name is Harsh and I am mechanical engineer. Currently I am in working professional in manufacturing industry, and currently I am a planner engineer, and I get to know about Toastmaster via YouTube, and then after I contact the Toastmaster club, and then it's a first day of mine. Thank you.
Sir, if you want to come and introduce yourself. Hello.
Namaste and good morning to everyone. My name is Akash Padia. I am father of Harsh Padia. Basically, I am a retail professional. I am working with Reliance Industries retail business as a deputy general manager. I'm working as a cluster manager, looking after the territory of Baroda, and I'm working with Reliance since last 17 years, and I have more than 22 years of total work experience. So it's privilege for me to join the Toastmasters Club and to be part of the Toastmasters Club. Basically my son invited me, and he was very much asking me to at least come once and see what I'm doing and all that. So thank you once again, all of you.
Thank you. It is always a very hard moment for us to invite our families to Toastmaster. Because every time I approach to my friend or my wife, he or she always, yeah, I will come next time, but that next time will never come. So, by proceeding our meeting further, we have an amazing theme today, Catalyst for New Year Resolution by Toastmaster Hari Pratap. So okay, apologies. Let's invite Toastmaster Vikram for the book of the week.
Toastmasters and guests, hello. When bad things happen to good people. When bad things happen to good people is the book that I read in 2006. Where is the book? I borrowed it from a community library, and after reading it, beautifully kept it back. I don't have it in my hands. But still, after 18 years of reading the book, every word that the conservative rabbi who wrote that book, he is a spiritual leader who follows the religion Judaism. In the whole book, he argues about if this world is made of God, God is supreme, God is benevolent, God is love, then why do we suffer? This is what he keeps on arguing with his inner self. The three things, the takeaways that I have from that book is, at one point he says, powerful God will not be good, and good God will not be powerful. I had quoted this in one of my speeches as well. Number two, he had told, if you receive a phone call at 2 a.m. from your blood relative, be rest assured that it's about the death of someone. After 18 years, last week, I got a call from my brother at around 3:18 a.m. to inform a death about our distant relative. That words came true. Number three, he says, this is life. It's always dull. It's always got a lot of strings, loose, tight, big, small. But is this life? No. We see it this way. This is life. It's got colors, it's got design, and this is what we all strive for. So he finally ends that there's a disclaimer to read this book is you need pin drop silence. It's such a heavy book that it's very difficult to understand initially. I read it twice to get a little essence of what is written in the book. When bad things happen to good people, go find it in Amazon. Thank you so much.
Now let's invite our TMOD of the day, Toastmaster Hari Pratap.
So good morning. So how many of you have the New Year resolution? So you don't need the catalyst. Okay, so I will back to theme. So before that, just I want to introduce first role play, then I will go to theme, so they can tap on me also. So first role player is working in MSU as a research officer, and there's a Toastmaster Jayashree. Just welcome on stage with round of applause. She is playing the timer role. Just for introduce about that.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and the guest. I am the timer today, and for prepared speeches, time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will show green card. At 6 minutes, I will show yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will show red card. For timetable speeches, table topic speeches, time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. On 1 minute, I will show green card. At 1.5 minutes, I will show yellow card, and at 2 minutes, I will show red card. For evaluators, there is a time limit of 3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes. On 2 minutes, I will show green card. On 2.5 minutes, I will show yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will show red card. And there is a 30 seconds grace period for all the speeches. Thank you.
Thank you for wonderful introduction. So time is money, so be careful about your time. So on the next role player, so when I asked about that, give me some introduction about yourself. So she write some words so that, because my pronunciation is, I'm basically from the Rajasthan and a very interior part of Rajasthan. So if I want to pronounce, someone will ask me when I'm preparing for my speeches. So you pronounce this word, that word. So she is my mentor, so I told her I cannot actually pronounce the pronunciation correctly. How can I pronounce that with so many words? So then I received that introduction. So that's so many words. So just forgive me if I will not pronounce correctly. But she is the student of architecture. This one, okay, I'm not able to pronounce. Ukulele player, okay. Other than that, I don't think I'm going to justify that grammar. So I asked one tip for the catalyst for the New Year release. So she told that just be planned and consistent and never cheat yourself. So that I want to just share with all of you. So if we will never cheat ourselves, definitely we will success. So just welcome on stage or for the today's meeting our counter, current VP Education, right? Toastmaster Janki.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dev, for the beautiful introduction. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. So, you will think that what is our counter role as a guest also. So, our counter is the role who will silently note down the crutch words, subconsciously taking up poses, and I'll note down each speaker's crutch words, for example, so, but, which we use subconsciously, which is not provided in our speech, right? So now the question arises that why we use these crutch words, right? So the reason is, there are two major reasons, which the first is when we get nervous after coming on this stage, right? So I'll think on what I want to speak, I'll get nervous, but in between I'll use that. The second thing is when you will, in the prepared speeches, when you will forget that what to speak next. So you will start bluffing, telling but, so that will come by the practice only. So I'll note down the crutches word that is used by each speaker, so you will get to know and you will track and grow further flawlessly. I will submit my report at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Once again, so now the next role player is the Grammarly role player. So she is one of the stalwart Toastmaster. He attended more than 500 meetings, more than 10 years in the Toastmaster, or president, or for the past president for the club 2018 to 19. And other than that, what impressed me the mostly from 2018 to 2022. He is the winner for the international speech contest from this club. He is none other than Toastmaster VTM.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hari. Good morning once again. I am the grammarian for today. English is a very funny language. With just 26 alphabets, they're ruling the world. In fact, whoever you are, if you know good English, people assume that you're good. This is what my experience is about. And it's very simple. Before I come on stage, next time when I come on stage and say what are the bad things of the English usages, I would recommend you all to use simple words, small sentences, and do not mix the tense. That would be my tip to go ahead with this meeting. As a grammarian, it's my duty to introduce the word of the day and phrase of the day. The phrase of the day is arduous, A-R-B-U-O-U-S. It's an adjective. The meaning is involving or requiring strenuous effort, difficult and tiring. The usage, the awareness campaign for the cleanliness has been long and arduous. The phrase of the day is high on the hog, meaning to indicate that something is luxurious or that someone is affluent. Usage, they have been living pretty high on the hog since they won the lottery. Whoever uses these words, it's our duty as an audience to raise the thumb and show that yes, you have used the word of the day or phrase of the day. That also makes me to keep note of the number of words, word of the day and phrase of the day used. All the best. Thank you so much.
Okay, you can come.
He doesn't want to come.
You can have
So it's our luxury to have Toastmaster like Vikram in the club. So actually I am thinking he is the DTM, but for me he is more than DTM. So let's start the theme. So I will just introduce for the benefit of the guest. The structure of the meeting is the prepared speech, then the table topic is speech, then random anyone can speak then the evaluation session, then in between that TMOD session I will cover that. So just first slide. So what you will understand from that slide. So this is the catalyst. Number 1. Everyone is aware about what is the catalyst? Is a chemistry word?
Yes.
Yes.
one who creates spark. Things
Yes.
which create spark.
Means that chemical that will speed up the reaction. Means if you will understand that, it will speed up your New Year resolutions.
Passion.
Skill. Be
Skill.
focused.
Focus.
Be focused.
Okay. Goal. Goal. Okay.
Interest.
Okay. Potential. Hobby. Goal.
Skill.
Skill. Aim. So you have one thing in common. See that all of you are wrong. So I will tell about that. So there is a guy Miyamoto Musai in the Japan. He was a samurai in the 14th century, and later in his days he write a book named The Book of Five Rings. What is the name? Book of Five Rings. In that book, he made a peculiar statement that if you want to be a good swordsman, be a good painter. Okay? If you want to be a good swordsman, be a good painter. And if you be a good archer, be a good Garden. Right. Now you are ready. So why? So Miyamoto Musa is the first person who talked about cross transference of skills that we are using in the now corporate. Security will manage, admin, finance will manage this, that. Okay. So that is the cross transference of skills. So how it will help you in Catalyst? So why the Toastmaster Vikram is successful in his corporate life? Right. No, I will that. So if you will take any charismatic leader, any charismatic or successful CEO, other than he is doing something work or in professional life, he is good at something else also. Take any. Okay. So that's the first catalyst. If you want to be a charismatic or you took your resolutions, but you have to be a take other activity with different ecosystem other than your work. And what is the catch? If you will take Toastmaster membership, okay, I have different ecosystem, I will start, so it will help? No. Different ecosystem, take activity, but compete, try to be best. Like 5 years club level speech, international speech contest, I know how much effort is. It's not an easy task. So if you will improve in this, you will improve in other area. So how? Because how you do anything is how you do
Everything.
how you do handle the 1 minute, this each minute, how you will handle every minute, how you will handle the everyday, how you will handle all your. So that's the simple one line catalyst for the your New Year resolution. That's it. Understood? Getable? We can do? Okay. Then we'll now move to the project speech session. So the first project speaker, Toastmaster Toastmaster Sarika, who is evaluator.
Toastmaster sir.
Toastmaster Sakshi, just welcome on stage Toastmaster Sarika.
Sakshi, first
Ah,
the
yes,
evaluator.
brother Toastmaster Sakshi.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, and good morning to each one of you. Today, my focus speaker is Toastmaster Sarika, who will be delivering her level 2 project 1 speech from effective coaching pathway. The purpose of her speech is to discuss the leadership styles, and I'm privileged to announce the title of her speech, Be a Gift. Timer is requested to note that the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to Toastmaster Sarika, and over to Toastmaster.
So please welcome on stage Toastmaster Sarika. So Toastmaster Sarika, be a gift. Toastmaster Sarika, all the best.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone sitting over here. So, today the objective of my speech is what is the style of my leadership? Before coming to the answer of this question, another question hit to my mind that am I a leader? What do you guys think? How many of you think that you are a leader? Please raise your hands. Okay, good. Yes, I am a leader. I got the answer, yes, I am a leader. Because according to me, leader doesn't mean that a person who is sitting in the center and the other person are standing in a row to take the approval for their next step. Leaders are not always who only show the goal, how to achieve that, but also the person who is able to bring the brightness in someone's life by giving him a small suggestion. A person who is able to change a life, to help another person to bring his hidden talent, a brightness to achieve a goal or fix a goal in his life is a leader according to me. And now I'm 99% sure that if you will answer yourself in this way that you have ever did this job in your life, most of the person will be able to raise their hand that yes, you guys are a leader. Because the leaders are the best gift for our society. As we can't assume the life without oxygen and the water. We can't imagine this society without leaders. Not only the main progressive course of a nation, like the raising the graph of financial condition, science development or innovations, or the defense, but for our day-to-day life also we need them. Like for example, arranging the casual parties, like to run the family in a smooth way. And what could be the best example? Our own club meetings, how smoothly they run because of these effective leaders. So I will request to all of you, being a gift as a leader, whatever you have learned, whatever you have experienced, just share and try to help the next person to you, because we all have that quality of a small or a big leader in ourselves. Now I would like to come for the next, when I come across, I would like to come for the first question, that what style I am having. Again, I open the window, the wardrobe of the Google and the website of International Toastmaster. And I am come across the different style of leadership qualities, like the bureaucratic, democratic, coaching and many more. And I suddenly lost in the world of visualization. I thought that whatever the qualities I am reading, I already have seen largely with my eyes in this room among the people who are playing the different type of role. Like for example, autocratic leadership style, which means where the leader itself take most of the decision without the involvement of their team. And I've seen this role playing this shade of quality in TM Jyoti, to maintain the decorum, to maintain the timing of the meeting. She herself take the decision and request to the people who are playing the role, please cut down their timing to maintain the decorum and timing. And the same way, at the different contrast shade, the second leadership quality is democratic. Again, I saw her when she is standing here to discuss some important points, the important topic, like the contest, the story contest. She was standing in a leader position, but at that time she gave a space to the person who are sitting over there to pour their ideas, to pour their suggestion. And again we see this quality in a very beautiful way, how she switched from one to other. Next, which I love, this shade I love, and it is altruistic leadership quality. When I was reading, it means that the leaders work selflessly for the other, for their team, not for the betterment of themselves, not for the fame of their own name, but they try their hard to bring the hidden qualities, to accelerate, to motivate the people in their team. And nothing could be the best example than the TM Gitanjali ma'am or our Kirit sir. Okay, the next, the innovative. Again, this word itself is having a very positive vibes. With TM Krunal and Ananda, TM Ananda, they have given, those who people attended last meeting, they have given the best example that how they have planned with their innovative ideas to take our VTM to the next level. Due to the constraint of the time, I would like to share my slides related to these qualities of information, and please go through it. And again, I would like to come back to that question, that what is my style of leadership qualities? And this time, I would like to ask you guys, what do you think? That am I having a leadership quality? If yes, then please text me and let me know that what style of leadership quality I am having. Thank you so much and don't forget to text me.
Thank you. So, we'll now move to the second speaker. So now I want to invite on stage Toastmaster Dhruv.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hari Pratap. A very good as well as chilly morning to everyone present here. I am Toastmaster Dhruv, and today I am the speech evaluator for Toastmaster Shikha, who has selected motivational strategies as a pathway. Today she is delivering her level 1 project 4 speech. The purpose of her speech is to prepare and deliver a speech on any topic based on the feedback received by her on the previous 3 speeches, and then deliver a speech. The title of her speech is C, the letter C. Timer, please note the timing of her speech is 5 to 7 minutes. Wishing Toastmaster Shikha all the best. Over to you, Toastmaster Shikha.
So the Toastmaster Shikha is well-trained yoga teacher. She is interested in the holistic well-being. So please welcome on stage Toastmaster Shikha. So Toastmaster Shikha, C, Toastmaster Shikha. All the best.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am here to present my speech Code Level 1. I am so sorry. What is life? Life is nothing but it's a letter of C between letter B and letter D. What does letter B and D stands for you all?
Birth and death.
Very good.
Anybody can give more ideas? Birth and death. Excellent. Yes?
Bacteria development.
Wow, perfect. Very nice. Yes. For me also, it's B stands for birth and D stands for death. Actually, our life is revolving between these two words, birth and death. Now the question arises, what is the true meaning of our life? Then again answer C. C means chayan, the choice. One correct choice of your life can make you successful or enable to reach you the highest peak of success. On the other hand, one wrong choice can throw you in the dungeon of failure. Just think of those freedom fighters like Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Rajguru. They could make their life comfortable and luxurious, but they select a choice to fight for the freedom. They sacrifice their whole life for the freedom of India. Today, we are the citizen of free India just because of their great choice. My grandfather was the rich landlord of a village in Rajasthan, but there were no education facility in that village. Then my mother chose to come out of that village. That was the big revolt from the family members. But she was firm with her choice and ready to own the consequences. Initially, we suffered a lot with her choice, but consequences were very positive. She made all of us qualified, and my elder brother cracked UPSC exam with All India rank 6th. Recently, I made a choice to taking yoga session in my society as a community service. Initially, it was arduous job for me, but when people start to come and they liked a lot, then I felt high on the hog. We are coming in Toastmaster every Sunday. It is very beautiful to see all energetic faces here. It enriches our soul. We could have choice to sleep for long hours or sitting in front of TV in weekends, but we decided to come here. Why? Because we want to enrich our communication skills. I want to improve my communication skill. That's why I came here. I select Toastmaster. It's a great choice on my part. We must embrace great choices. It oftenly involves stepping out of our comfort zone, but it shapes our journey. It shapes our destiny. Excellence not come by accident. It is a result of great choices. Choice, not chance, make our destiny, make our future. So everything depends on our choice. So we have to be very selective for our choice. Life is actually the matters of choices. What we select today, what we make today makes us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sika. So now we are moving to our last speech. So now I want to welcome on stage the most energetic Toastmaster for that club. Toastmaster Gitanjali on stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Pratap. Namaskar and my soulful greetings to each one of you. Today, Toastmaster Pradeep Mane is my target speaker. Today, he will present his Label 4 Project 1 speech from the part Effective Coaching. Name of his project is Improvement Through Positive Coaching. The purpose of this project for him is to develop and apply skills for coaching a fellow member or a person outside of Toastmaster who can benefit from his expertise. And also to share some aspect of his experience coaching. Timer, please note, his allotted timings are 5 to 7 minutes. His speech title is Inner Drive. All the best, Toastmaster Pradeep Mane. Do your best and make every one of us mesmerized with your wonderful presentation. Thanks and over to you.
So please welcome on stage Toastmaster Pradeep. Toastmaster Pradeep, Inner Drive, Toastmaster Pradeep. All the best. Thank you.
I'm not going to ask you to raise your hands in order to create a rapport with you. I'm not going to ask you catchy questions to grab your attention. But I want to drag your attention towards two very important questions. These two questions are very important for the person who is in Toastmaster journey, for the person who is here as a guest, and for the person who wants to join Toastmaster. How many of you would like to know those questions? So these are very important questions, and if you understand this question, and if you try to extract the answer of this question, it will create inner drive for you. it will makes you consistent on the path of the Toastmaster in your professional, personal, in any area of your life. So what are those two questions? There was one statement in psychology that our human mind is wired to gain pleasure and avoid pain. Our human mind is wired to gain pleasure and avoid pain. So what are the pains that you are getting by joining the Toastmaster? Why people are not joining Toastmaster? You have to write down all the answers, all your answers for this question. What are the pains that people are avoiding so that they are not able to join Toastmaster? I want to ask this question to Toastmaster Vikram. Your opinion about this. Why people not join Toastmasters?
People sometimes think it's very expensive.
Okay. Okay, Toastmaster Creed.
They all have fear.
Stage fright.
Yes, okay.
Stage
Anything else?
fright.
Or many times I think it is very difficult to write all these speeches.
Yes.
That is also one of the main reasons. They have to take a lot of pain to write their speeches according to project.
Yes.
And one thing is that they could not like devote so much time on a day like Sunday.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Please have big round of applause for all that. So why people not join Toastmasters? Because they want to avoid the pain of stress. They want to avoid the pain of depression. They want to avoid the pain of taking responsibility. These are the pains. There is pain. They feel that there is pain in preparation, and that is why they are not joining Toastmaster Club. So what all the people? I am giving you a challenge. Write down all the pains what you are facing if you join Toastmasters. And if you see, there is another question for you. What are the pleasures that you will get if you join Toastmasters? Yes.
You become a confident speaker.
Yes. Anybody else?
Communication skills.
Yes.
Leadership skills.
Yes.
Transmission of positive energy.
Very good.
Great friends.
Yes, very good, very good. Please have a round of applause. See, when I joined Toastmaster, I was not confident enough. I am a person who is always shivering his body whenever I am standing in front of the people. So, in order to get that confidence, in order to extract all the potential within me, in order to nurture my skills, in order to use all the potential, all the qualities of the speaker, eye contact, facial expression, all these qualities, I need to join Toastmaster. I should have acquired the pleasure out of these things. So why we need to join Toastmaster? Write down all these things. You see, whenever any new Toastmaster, he is coming on the stage and he is presenting his speech, he don't know anything. But there are the people like Toastmaster Gitanjali, Toastmaster Creed, they are more than 10 years they are in this field. And you are getting the experience of those people within such less span of time. So now why you don't join Toastmasters? There are the people. I am also building every day. I am not saying that I am a very much confident. Even though today I am presenting in front of you, I know Toastmaster Gitanjali will recommend me something. But these recommendations, you will get long life recommendations in your life, and you will get long life learning for whatever things that you are doing in the Toastmaster. You will come to know what is teamwork, how the people are interacting with each other, how they are shaking hands, how they are talking. You will see versatile experience of the people, and that benefits. If you see these benefits, you will make a very confident speaker like Pradeep Mane. It is possible, my dear friends. It is possible. And this is only possible if you implement the learning, whatever the learning that you are getting in the Toastmaster. So what the two questions that trials, that create inner motivation from within, that is what are the pains that I am avoiding, and what are the pleasures that I will get if I do these things consistently. And now my questions to you. What you are going to do in your profession, in your career, in your personal life, what are the things that you have to do? If you do that things, what pains you will get? And if you don't do that things, what pains you get? And what if you do that things, what pleasures you will get? And if you have that things, if you visualize that things, that will create inner motivation from within. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pradeep, for such an involving speech. So now for the timer, you can, from here also you can.
Good morning, sir. I'm here with my time report. TM Sarika took 6 minutes 14 seconds. TM Sikha took 5 minutes 1 second. TM Pradeep took 6 minutes 34 seconds. All are qualified.
So it's time for the best project speaker voting. Second slide. So now we'll move for the second catalyst for. So what is that picture?
Mentor.
Huh?
Mentor.
And so it's right, spot on. First one, 6. It is about the mentoring. So why we need the mentor, coach and all?
To know our blind spots and gain the experience and the qualified citizens.
Right.
To get
So-
the correct direction.
Right.
So guidance from an experience or the person who has gained the expertise in that field, so we can get the guidance.
Right. So all are correct. Previously all are wrong. Now all are correct. So what I believe, why because I experienced that why we need mentor or coach and all, because we are living in fiction based life. Okay, never give up. You are superhuman. You can achieve whatever you want. But when the reality strikes, okay, you will quit, and I quit. When reality strike, I told that I want to quit. I called my father, it's not working for me. I want to move out of that. But my father told, okay, because my father is in the army, so he told me that you have, after your duty, you know where you are want to go. I know, I have company given me room. You have food? Yes. So he told me that we don't know when we will get food, where we will go, when we will sleep. So do not be such dramatic. You have a good life. Just continue. No need to quit. So we need a mentor, but there is a catch. Okay, because everyone is have mentor, coach, but they will not become successful. Why?
They're not implementing what the mentor has said.
Why they are not implementing?
Because that is the pain they want to avoid.
So for that, yes.
Sometime it happened that maybe the mentor is not giving the enough motivational or that thirst to achieve that person's goal.
In my opinion, the mentor-mentorship relation fails because it's driven by mentee and not on mentor. So when the mentee is not hungry and the bond is not strong, then the relation would not work.
Right. So spot on. So the thing that required from that the catch point in the mentor-mentee or relationship is that you require that skills that you will not say no to one person. Okay, whatever the reason. And by the God grace, I have that skill that I will not say no to the person with whom I respect. So that day I say no to my father. Because of that, then the journey started. Okay. So it's mentor or coaching is good, but if you are saying no, if you want, he want to become, means he wanted your being good, he want you to a champion, whatever the in the skill, whatever the category, but you are saying no, then you will not reach there. So that's the second catalyst, having a mentor or coach. But if you believe, if you think that he's doing is for your good, so don't say no to him. Because if you will say no to him, then that will not trigger. So that's it. Doable? Okay, so now we'll move to our the most exciting session for the table topic session. And for the table topic session, we have Toastmaster Kosa, is reader, artist, and psychological student. So welcome on stage Toastmaster Kosa.
Good morning everyone. So I am going to be today's table topic master, and the purpose of table topic is to facilitate topics where guests and members have opportunities to practice their topic speaking. I will introduce a topic and call on speakers who will be given 2 minutes to speak on the subject. It is going to be a challenge. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
So I expect you to be RDS, and I have chosen topics which are high on the hop. Alright. So I will start now.
You did, sir.
Okay. PM Shikha?
I think eye contact is very dangerous.
Okay. Your favorite color and any story that you could share related to it?
My favorite color is red. I like bright red color. I like all bright color. So one story, when I in my childhood, I always used to buy red frocks, red skirts. Everything is red. And people used to ask me, "तुम्हारे पास कम कपड़े हैं क्या?" Because there is no differentiation, like same style, same color. But I like red, and red color give us strength. That's it.
Thank you so much, PM Shikha. Okay. Yes, anyone would like to try? Yeah. So your name? Okay. Okay. Any biggest miracle that you have witnessed in your life? Any kind of experience that you would like to talk?
Good morning, Toastmasters. My name is Ankita. I have joined you guys today as a guest. Hopefully, will be joining in the whole team very soon. The biggest miracle of my life is adopting a dog. It was a dream of my childhood to have a dog, and I had a lot of differences with my family that we cannot have a dog. We have traditions. This would be a negative point in our life if we have a dog. But at the same time, I did a word arduous task, the word of the day, the arduous task to convince my parents. And over the time, they somehow got convinced when they saw a dog which I adopted with my cousins, which resulted in bringing a dog to my home, which I have now, and it's a miracle in my life. because he has made me a mentally more sane person, a more happier person, and I have become a person who can share emotions very easily. I know how to connect with people much more than previously because I have a dog which has shared his emotions without saying a single word. Thank you.
So now, PM Jyoti. Your favorite teacher in school and what you loved about her?
Thank you for the question. You remind me of very beautiful memories of my life. Good morning and namaste to everyone. My name is Jyoti. My favorite teacher, Mrs. Shaila Dandavate. She was my school teacher. Why I like her most is, I don't know, I mean, she was a social studies teacher. When I was a student, she was standing right over there and teaching and addressing the student. I liked her and I wanted to grab her attention. So just to grab her attention, I studied very hard. Say I will secure a good marks and she will praise me and she will say something about me. So I remember I got 99 out of 100 in social studies, and that's the day when she called my name. Jyoti is the first in the social study, and I was not happy with the 99 marks. I was happy that she took my name. She was addressing me, and I was like, her attention is on me. Forget about the 99, forget about the social studies. But I loved, and today also I loved her so much. And she directly, indirectly, she brought the bright student in me because she gave me a motivation that irrespective whatever the reason is, she motivated me to get the 99 out of 100, and that's the best part of her. She was lovely, she was like a mother, and whenever I think about her, it made me so much emotional. So thank you for this question. I love Mrs. Shaila Dandavate. Thank you so much.
Nice that you remember those students.
So, your role model and what inspires you the most about that person?
Good morning, dear fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. My role model and what I admire the most. My role model is Charlie Munger. Recently, the world lost a legend in December, last December. Just 1 month, pending to hit his century on the earth. He has witnessed numerous difficulties. If you just go to Google and type Charlie Munger, you will find diverse and versatile expertise like investor, the investor legend, and the great educator, philanthropist, architecture, lawyer, many things. So if you can gift your family members or children, there is a book called The Almanac of Charlie Munger. I mean, it's a great book. He has a very good speech, The Human Misjudgment. You can watch on YouTube. So I like the most is he's one of the mental model, invert, always invert. It really helps everybody's life. Invert, always invert. Any challenge you face in life, just invert it. Go backward. It is called backward engineering. Okay? So he is really an idol for me, and it is really arduous task to find an idol. And if you find someone who is so worthy, it is just like high on the hog. Thank you, everyone, and thank you.
Guest.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
So, your favorite inner child activity and what activity you loved as a child?
basically, I'm from village, and my born and brought up most probably in village. Then after we have to sit in Baroda. So I think so. New generation is not know about the like माचिस के ऊपर जो आते हैं ना designs, you know. This kind, yeah. So this is my favorite because every time I collect this kind of matches box, empty boxes, and we all are playing this activity. And nowadays we cannot find this kind of activity because of people have just Instagram, Ludo on the mobile, and very different kind of games on mobile. So people are forget this kind of activities apart from this gilli danda. I don't know name of in English, right? I think so. If they are, if people from village, they know gilli danda, and another one is like one another game is same as a movie pictures photograph that we have to play with each other, and one people photograph same with another people. Then second one is build a game. So this kind of activity I still nowadays still finding, but I cannot find the opportunity to play this kind of games. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes? Hi. So, your favorite book and what did you learn from it?
Hello Toastmasters, this is Gaurav. I'm joined today as a guest and hopefully I will join you very soon. The topic is the favorite book. My favorite book is Rich Dad Poor Dad. I have recently completed the book. Before this book, I have never read a single book. My friend suggested me this book, and this book really gave me insight of personal financial topic. This book has helped me how to focus on yourself while developing your personal financial knowledge. This has really helped me to learn the concept of profit and loss. Everybody thinks what is profit, everybody thinks what is loss. But this book has given me the insight, so it's my favorite book.
Ian Kirit?
Gaurav. Sir, please.
On the first day of college.
Hey, I think once Toastmaster Vikram said that in debate topic, all the previous topics were easy. Till you are called on the stage. Now, my college days, if you are asking, it is a history.
Yes.
Because most of you must not have been even born by that time. So, I joined college in 1970, and as this guest Mayuri said, I am also from a village-like city, Porbandar, and I went straight to Bombay in college. Of course, my English was okay, but the college atmosphere in Bombay is very different than what we have in a small place like Porbandar. So, I was in a college, I took a science as a subject, and first day I could not communicate with anybody in there. Absolutely no way to communicate because they were all from the same school, either from the same city or same suburb. But I was the only newcomer. And I was finding it very difficult to interact with the people all the time. But what happened was some of the girls were also from a distant part like Virar and all. They were also not used to Par. Virar is a new suburb. So they were a bit communicative a little bit. Then what happened after about 2-3 months, in the college notice board, there was a name of people who got the scholarship. I was a very brilliant student in my school. Probably I scored a very high marks in good subjects like science and mathematics. So my name appeared, and nobody knew who is he. That is the day on afterwards I developed so many friends because people start coming closer to you once they know that he is something. Till that time, people don't communicate. So college experience after that was totally different. First 3 months, very solitude, alone. After 3 months, I had lot of friends, lot of girlfriends also. And then my life started changing because then I got motivated. So it is actually Toastmasters what they said is once you have friends, once you support your environment, you will always excel. That is very important, either in college or in life or in the companies where you work. So it is important to develop communication skills. That is why VTM Toastmasters is important to check.
So guest, yeah.
Go ahead.
Hello. So, what you love the most about your father?
The thing I love most about my father is he's very supportive to me. Whenever I told him that I want to pursue this or I want to start some activities or something, he always helps me and encourage me to take a new challenge or learn something. And I think that's the most thing that I love about my father, that I can learn and grow further.
One guest, only one guest.
Sorry?
One guest remains, so call him.
Yeah, sure.
I'm here also.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Madam is also there.
Yeah, ma'am don't want to.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
ma'am doesn't want.
Yeah, you can. So, one thing that you admire about the older generation and the related culture.
I like one thing in older generation, that spending habits. In older generation, like my father, they earn some money, like suppose say 10,000. So they just spend some 10 to 20% from that, and remaining the money 70 to 80% are saving. So that's good. But if our current generation are EMI like, they are 10,000 and spend 15,000 and take 5,000 loan. So I think this is a big issue.
Credit cards.
So, best moment you had with one of your friends.
Yeah, so thinking about friend in itself is a very good feeling, and like friends and families, they are ones which we can share everything and all that. So like I was having in my college days, like I was having very good time with my friends. So we are discussing on a topic like he faced in his life, like where he was passing through a very tough phase, and then he was able to pass it. There was a difficult time, but he stood very firm, and his family also supported in that particular phase. So from his situation helped me to manage my own issues, and it motivated me to being a strong person. So in my life, and helped me to further navigate the challenges that I face in my life and be a stronger person.
Guests and other Toastmasters members, they have spoken really well. Now I would like to turn it over to TM Hari.
Thank you.
Timer.
I will go, no problem. So, timer just give there. Who's the speech?
Thank you for beautiful speeches. So, time report. So, TN Sikha took 37 seconds, disqualified. Guest Ankita took 1 minute 5 seconds, qualified. TM Jyoti took 1 minute 29 second qualified. TM Ananda 1 minute 39 second qualified. Guest Mayuri 1 minute 20 second qualified. Guest Gaurav 40 second disqualified. TM Kirit 1 minute 58 second qualified. Guest Hers 30 second disqualified. Guest Rutik 34 second disqualified. Guest Akash 1 minute 15 second qualified.
So we are on perfect on dot. We are
According to time.
yes. So we'll now. I just want to invite on stage. So when I asked him what is your New Year resolution, so he told me I will not keep any New Year resolution. So so I actually he told me that I'm already no need for the New Year to keep a resolution. Always continue with your whatever that you want to do some certain things anytime you can do. So just welcome on stage for the today's for meeting for the general evaluator Toastmaster Hers.
Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. The way T-Mode has unfolded the theme and the speakers rocked the stage, I never felt the absence of drums and stereos to welcome the first meeting of 2024, that is meeting number 305. Well, in my journey of 6 months in Toastmasters, I have felt that when I come here to speak, I feel very familiar with these faces. But the way seawater is not just used to wash its shores, the speakers coming here are not confined to speak here. They have to get milestones in different areas in world outside. In order to craft best speakers, we have system of evaluations in Toastmasters. So we'll proceed with the evaluation. Let us begin with the first segment, that is evaluation of prepared speaker. For evaluation of Toastmasters Sarika, I would like to call a person whom I listen while she is evaluating or she is speaking. I don't feel that she is evaluating or she is speaking. I feel that I am listening to a podcast from BBC. So please welcome Toastmasters Sarika.
Thank you, Postmaster Harsh, and good morning once again. Leadership is the capacity that can translate vision into reality. Congratulations, Toastmaster Sarika, for rendering these words beautifully. Firstly, a very good sign of leader is that they keep smile on the face. I would like to commend you for keeping a genuine smile on your face throughout the speech. Smile not only brings positivity in the room, but it reinforces the emotional tone of her message, and that was portrayed by her at so many places. Your speech had a good body, introduction and conclusion. You started with questioning, are you a good leader? Questions not only help in better engagement, but also help ourselves to become more comfortable with the surroundings. Then you cited good definitions of leadership to instill the confidence of audience, like how we can be a guiding light, how leadership can be the best gift, and while demonstrating them, you made a purposeful movements. Now the purposeful movements not only help the audience to stay connected with you, and also help to follow the flow of your speech. Then you stated comparison, that a good leader is like an oxygen. You exemplified our pioneers, Toastmaster Jyoti, Toastmaster Kirit, Toastmaster Gitanjali, Toastmaster Ananda, then Toastmaster Vikram, who set an example so far with their leadership skills. Examples, comparisons help us to remember our ideas for so long. So good job done in that. Now while you delivered your presentation with extreme subtlety, how you can polish it up. Now eyes hold a lot of emotions. While it is okay to continuously see someone with whom we stay connected and bond, but maintaining a proper eye contact not only brings a sense of connection, but also projects our own competence and confidence. Rate of speech plays a very important role. Too much fast pace poses difficulty for the audience to pursue to follow with your speech. And I felt that this might be the reason that you got fumbled in between. So for that, I would recommend you to adopt a particular pace, adhering to time limits, or you may watch the videos of international speakers. From that you can get the control on your word rate. To summarize, beautiful speech, brilliant content, indeed you are high on the hog. Just keep few recommendations on the toes and that will help you become a prolific speaker.
Thank you so much. Well, now the second speaker of the day was Toastmaster Shikha, and for her evaluation, I am going to call a person who always produces smart evaluations, and there is no doubt over that because he is an employee of Smart Note. Please welcome Toastmaster Shikha.
Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. Our personal choices in life and not circumstances can make or break our life. An excellent message passed by Toastmaster Shikha. Our heartfelt greetings to everyone present here. I will start the Toastmaster Shikha's speech analysis by stating 5 points of what we can learn from her and then stating 3 points of what she needs to learn from others. First, but to that, the missing element C between B to D. Excellent selection of the title, short and crisp. It kept us in suspense and also it was related to the core message of what she was going to pass. Within the first minute of the speech, we came to know about the meaning of the title. Second, excellent use of prompts with the right timing. We could witness the awareness efforts in creating the pop-up prompts as an additional visual element of the audience when you want to capture their audience or capture the attendance. Even I was writing something and when the prompt came, I suddenly stopped and started to watch what she was going to display. Third, the TM Shikha has a powerful strength of passing sweetness in her speech, no matter what the message. And you know how that through her facial expression, especially the movement of her eyebrows. Fourth, she included beautiful messages to explain the core value, because for most of us, at the end of the day, we don't remember the core message but the stories and examples. Fifth, though she didn't listen to her sir, she was disturbed 2 times in her speech, but she kept her calm and never seemed lost in her speech. No matter how delicious or tasty food you prepare, there would always be one member in the family who would tell you what is missing, and today I am that person. So there are some points where you need to work upon. First, excellent speech, but there was some missing element at the start and the end. No need to mention the title or the level of the purpose, the evaluator has already done so. Also, you ended your speech abruptly. I was taking a note and suddenly there was everyone clapping. Second, the usage of the stage and the movement made by her during the entire speech was not in sync with the words of what she was telling. Third, a combination of voice modulation and energy was lacking a bit in the entire speech. To summarize, excellent message passed, beautiful crafted speech with a pinch of sweetness, just a little working on the voice modulation and the speech structure. No one can stop you in representing VTM in the next ISC contest.
Our speaker of the day was Pradeep, and for his evaluation, I will call up that member of the club who might be oldest by her age, but she is youngest by her charm. Please welcome Home of Experience.
Thank you so much. Again, my greetings to each one of you. Toastmaster Pradeep, my heartfelt thanks to you for presenting such thought-provoking speech. After a long gap, we enjoyed such authentic speech of yours. You enrich our inner space. Thus, I am feeling high on the hog internally. Your speech title, Inner Drive, was fully imbibed with your speech. It was well organized, well written, and well presented speech. As your project says, improvement through positive coaching. Yes, it is very true that through our positive coaching, we can improve anyone. we can improve anyone. You gave wonderful ideas regarding your project through your speech. I think only catalysts have such great ideas. Thus, kudos to you. Your ideas were not only thoughtful but praiseworthy. What to say about your opening? With those two unique questions, you made your speech memorable for us. Content of your speech, eye contact, and body language, etc. were fully synchronized with your presentation. All the three parts of your speech were thoroughly well connected with each other. With your speech, you gave us an idea that how an arduous task of coaching can be made easy and positive. Technically, it was a sound presentation. Also, quite a good extent you fulfilled your project purpose. But being an evaluator of your speech, it is my duty to give some positive feedbacks to make you a next level speaker. Firstly, I think you must do little hard work in voice modulation. Your pitch remained almost same throughout the speech. Some high notes and low notes would have created greater impact on your speech. Secondly, use pauses when you are moving from one point to the another point. As this presentation was regarding positive coaching, thus I think little emotional touch is needed in that to make it a wonderful, furthermore wonderful speech. To sum up, it was excellent presentation. Many takeaways were there in your speech. I learned many things from you, from your speech. Just keep these improvement points in your mind and I am sure one day you will prove as one of the best speakers of this club. With this, wish all the best.
Thank you so much. Time is the biggest catch in Toastmasters. It doesn't matter how great you speak. If you overshoot the time or if you undershoot the time, you are disqualified. So I will call upon the timer to let us know that which evaluators are in the race and which evaluators are knocked out.
Evaluators, TM Sakshi, 2 minutes 27 seconds. TM Dhruv, 2 minutes 47 seconds. TM Gitanjali, 3 minutes 13 seconds. So all are qualified.
Thank you so much. Today's table topic session was really great. I found all the speakers high on the hook. Table topic speaking, that is impromptu speaking, is not easy task. I feel it is more difficult than prepared speakers. Sitting there and when you come, there is a momentum shift in your mind. It also teaches you decision making in short period of time and also confidence. Well, let me tell you, yesterday when I was scrolling the WhatsApp status, I saw one of my friends that he installed a XCOM team in the club where he began his journey. I was really delighted. And he has got this much respect in Toastmaster. That friend of mine is present nowhere, but he is present here. Toastmaster Chintan, I would like to welcome him to evaluate our table topics.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. One thing I want you to answer, that why table topics is important outside Toastmasters. Quick answers.
To deal with real world.
To
deal with real world scenario.
To deal with real world.
To deal with unexpected questions.
Yes. To deal with unexpected questions. Anyone else? I think, yeah, that sums up everything. I feel, honestly, that life is a series of table topics. Last week, my 3-year-old niece asked me that, NP, uncle, what you are doing? That's my name, at my home. So, I am into clinical research, but in no way I could make her understand that what I do. And that's where I found that a table topic can help to articulate a thought in cognizance of what is the audience, who is the audience, and articulate in a way that the person understands and the message conveys. You don't know when someone asks you what, where, at party, at home, at office, on the kirana store, you don't know, right? It's always good to have a backstory in the pocket, so you can speak anytime you want, and your life journey become less arduous. Today, Table Topic Master had done wonderful job by explaining what is table topics, how the table topics work. I don't have any other recommendation. I just want to say her that tell them that it's 1 to 2 minute speech. You said it's 2 minute speech. You could have said 1 to 2 minute speech with 30 seconds grade on a higher side. That would have made a wonderful thing. Now coming to the speakers, wonderful speakers. The first story was from Shikha about favorite color. She started well with the personal story that connects with all of us because we all are beings of emotions. You started well, you told that red gives strength, but then you left the speech. I encourage you to reach to at least red card so that we want to listen more from you. Second speaker was Ankita, adopting a dog. Her topic was biggest decision and she started very fluently about adopting the dog. And she also mentioned why it was a big decision and how it changed her as a person. Wonderful personal story with great confidence, delivered with great fluency. I would like to request you not to clasp your hand because when you do so, sometimes audience feel that you are low on confidence. So be high on the hog and speak with open gestures. The third speaker was Toastmaster Jyoti about favorite teacher. Now for the first time I saw most expressions on her face, right? I think you all will agree because she's a very profound speaker. I see her with a serious face and one time she mentioned that she doesn't have much expressions. But today seeing her, I feel that you can use the facial expressions because I could see great facial expressions on your face. The only thing I would like to recommend you is to work on your pace because you delivered your speech at the same pace. We want to take a pause. A person who's slow in learning like me needs some time to get what you say. Next one was Toastmaster Ananda about role model. Now today I saw a change in Toastmaster Ananda as well. He speaks with more voice throw than me, but today he was soft because he was about to tell about his role model. It was a great personal story. He mentioned why the person is a role model and how the role model is important in our life. Now Toastmaster Ananda, I like that you lower your tone, but how about you mix your tone with slow tone, your original tone of great voice throw that would make your speech more amazing. Next one was Mayuri, the child activity. She painted a picture of a matchbox cover, which I also went through. She also talked about few other games which she really loved in the childhood. She had great hand gestures and great confidence on the stage. Only thing I want her to improve upon, in 2 to 3 minutes or 1 to 2 minutes speech, select one thing and speak more about it. You could have extended your story about the matchbox or anything which you liked. Then speaker 6 was Gaurav about the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. Spoke wonderfully with great confidence. I would like to ask the speaker to have a bit lesser speed because you spoke at a constant pace. You could have slowed down. The seventh speaker was Toastmaster Kirit, first college experience. He started with humor. That's the best way to connect to any audience. He told about his college days. We could all see why he's a great storyteller. I wanted to know what happened next. What happened next? Now, for me, the recommendation for you is your hand gestures were like this. How about when you said about your college, you could have extended backwards. You could have gone backwards and you could have shared your story. Next was Toastmaster Harsh about what you love about the older generation, most about the father. And he spoke with great confidence and clarity of thoughts. I would suggest you to speak with hand gestures. You spoke with very less hand gestures. The next speaker was Rutvik, old generation and culture. Now this is what I loved from his speech. He took the time to think and articulate for the topic. And he also had great sprinkled humor throughout the speech. I would like to suggest you to keep speaking more whenever you get the chance to be on the stage. The last speaker was best moment with the friends, Akash. Great personal story. He was very clear what he wants to say. But one thing I missed in his speech was eye contact. You were speaking directly looking at this, even though you want to remember something, as if I am looking at you, I am making my speech. So try to have eye contact even though when you are thinking, so we don't feel that you lost in your speech. That's it from mine. The tip what I want to give you to make you high on the hog when it comes to table topics is have a storybook. Now I don't know how many of you have it, but all table topics, everything on the speeches revolve around 6 to 7 emotions: happiness, sadness, guilt, love, anything which are 6, 7 emotions. We all have those stories. Make a book, name it storybook. Write down all your story, life stories on that emotion. Although as Toastmaster Pradeep said, it has pain, but when you come on the stage, it gives you great pleasure. Because in the back pocket, you will have a story ready and people will feel it will be a prepared speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much, table topic evaluator, for giving such a precise evaluation. Now, it is time to call A and G of the tech team, that is counter and grammarian. When I took up this role, I felt it's a very arduous task to do. I felicitate the spirit of grammarian and counter, who have their 100% in the meeting for jotting down the fillers, crutches, and the grammatical usage. So, for the role of counter, I will call upon Mrs. Melodious, Toastmaster Janki.
Again, a very good afternoon to everyone. So, today I felt that I was the luckiest person in this meeting. Now, you would wonder that why, right? Because when Toastmaster Vikram come on the stage at the first, I wrote down Toastmaster Vikram no crutch words, right? So I wrote down the names that I know, the flawless speakers like Toastmaster Gitanjali, Toastmaster Kirit, everyone. But what mesmerized me was each speaker was flawless, that nobody have that much crutch words that can get the audience distracted or anything else, right? So I was free from my role and I got a chance to observe each speakers and learn from the each speeches, right? So I would like to give a few tips to decrease the crutch words in our speeches. First is, whenever you come on the stage and you got nervous or you got distracted, try and take a pause of 5 to 6 seconds and then think on it what you want to speak and then speak again, start speak, right? The second most important that I have observed today and learned from Toastmaster Sarika, that she got distracted. Shika. Sorry. Shika. So she got distracted in the starting only twice. But how she kept her calm and get back to her speech, right? So that is the one thing that we can take away from her speech to decrease our crutch words. So that's it from my side. Over to you.
Well, for Vikram sir, I have one suggestion that he should leave his corporate job and become an English teacher in school. Because he will enjoy his classes a lot. So please welcome the grammarian for the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh. There's already an English teacher in my family, and another is an English teacher.
Yeah, she was looking at Harsh.
I'm still happy with my corporate job. Gaurav can second my thought. Phrase of the day and word of the day were used by many people in this room. Word of the day: Ravi, Shika, Kosha, Ankita, Ananda, Gitanjali, Harsh. Round of applause for them, please. Phrase of the day was used by Shika, Kosha, Ananda, Sakshi, Gitanjali, Harsh, and Chintan. A warm smile to whoever used the word of the day and phrase of the day, and a hot stare for people who did not use it. Again, word of the day and phrase of the day is not introduced just to remember in this meeting alone. I'm sure that in the course of few weeks or months, you will get to know the eye on the hog of the RWS and say, hey, I knew this. The beauty of Toastmasters, our native language is not English. None of us is English. However, this is a place where we listen only in English for at least 2 hours. In school, in colleges, in offices, we tend to drift towards our mother tongue or the language that we are comfortable with. This is the only place we listen only in English. There are some good usages and bad usages. The good usages is the different ecosystem that was mentioned. There was a Sarika who told oxygen and water, and leaders are something like the oxygen and water. Now this is a figurative meaning of what she speaks. There is something called as literal meaning and figurative meaning. When you use these figurative meaning, it adds to the beauty of this English language. She said wardrobe of Toastmasters, and she had a smile in it. Generally, when a girl opens the wardrobe, she doesn't have a smile, but she did have a smile on that. Good on that. That's why I wrote it down as good usages of English. Shika, we can turn next time when I am the Toastmaster of the day, I would say that the next singer on stage is Shika. You sang, you didn't speak. So a lot of pauses were used and very calm. Your yogic teacher came in the core when you were on stage, not just as a Toastmaster. You were very calm and composed. Enrich, remarkable progress. You have had remarkable progress in your choice of words and the simple sentences you use. Pradeep, nurture my skills, acquire the pleasure, versatile experience. These are the new words or the phrases that I learned from you today. In table topics, Ankita used mentally sane person. So it was a very nice way of telling the mentally sane person. Kirit, sir, solitude, alone. And then Akash, guest Akash, you said thinking about a friend itself is a good feeling. It's got a very deep meaning inside it. This is what the beauty of the language is. You have a very simple sentence, but a very deep meaning to it. Not so good usages of speech. Many people used guys. I would say that folks or ladies and gentlemen sounds professional. Toastmasters is a practice ground for us. Folks is okay here, but folks is not okay in, guys is okay here, but guys may not be okay in your professional environment or an academic environment. Many people punctuated their sentences with so. The beginning is always a so. Please be very careful on that. 1 month, instead of 1 month, one Toastmaster said 1 months. Instead of children, children's. One people here, other people there. Instead, you can tell one friend is here, one villager was here. So you don't tell people when it's just one. These are my observations. Special mentions are Sakshi, Shika, and Chintan. Very good job. Thank you so much.
So here we conclude with the evaluation. Now it is my time to produce the vocal highlight of today's meeting. First of all, word of the day and phrase of the day were produced at early before the time in the group. So it was very easy for the speakers to install in their speech and even for the impromptu speakers to use when they are called. After that poster, which was a very catchy poster, it was also shared in the group on the right time, and also agenda was given well before the meeting. The meeting with the theme Catalyst for New Year Resolution with Hari Pratap as keynote unfolded in a very fascinating way. Speakers rocked the stage, whether it was Sarika's leadership lessons or Shikha's choices or Pradeep's motivation about joining Toastmasters Club. After that, it was a very good job which was done by the role players, and evaluators provided a tip-to-tip evaluation about the meeting. I hope the target speakers would have been benefited with that. So it was a very good meeting, and it was kind of a red carpet welcome for the first meeting of the Toastmasters this year. Two things that I observed in the meeting was that although Sa had announced, I apologize, I forgot, Sa had done his role in a very accurate manner, so it was also one good thing. Although he announced that you should keep your mobile silent, some phones were ringing in between. which distracts the speakers and all the other audience, and some pop-up messages were coming. This should be avoided in the meeting. And one thing is that table topic master forgot to say, or even initially it was not told, that all the speakers who come here for table topic, they have 30-second time to think about their topic. After that they can start speaking. So this one point should be noted. Otherwise it was a very good speech. So I would conclude by saying that in our houses there are filters which are able to filter the water which is full of you say dust or other particles. Similarly, evaluation is there in Toastmaster. It filters all the blunders and clutches of a person to make him the pure speaker who can represent himself at different junctions in life. With this, my word has finally met its full stop. Thank you so much. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
So thank you, Toastmaster Hers, and the wonderful evaluation. And that there is a saying that feedback is the breakfast for champion. So hopefully everyone will apply that. So we'll back to our theme, the last. So what you will understand by this?
Measurement, progress measurement.
Wrong way of measurement.
Yes. So what we will think, or in normal means that someone else will fix it, right? Many of you are thinking that we will get the catalyst and Haripata will fix it today. I'm not going to fix it. So nobody is going to fix it for you. You yourself have to fix it. That's the real the catalyst number 3. That whatever the knowledge or the ideas were, no idea will work until we implement, or no other means no one else will fix it. You have yourself have to fix it. So that's the third catalyst. Now I have some power questions that you can think upon on that, and you maybe if someone has not written your New Year resolution, so you can write down your New Year resolution. Yes, one first. What is the one thing I could stop doing or start doing or differently? Okay, it's plain English. I don't think any second. So that's the again plain English. It's all plain English. You can do it. Next. So that's some plain English you can implement it. Okay. Otherwise it will be okay. So next. Everyone, as I told, no idea will work until you do. So even superhero has to work. So we also have to work. So I want to leave you with one quote which I admire. So when you born, you cry while world rejoice. So live your life in such a way that when you die, the world cries while you rejoice. Okay. So now I follow the stage. Someone is mentioned that president, the youngest president I have ever seen in the Toastmaster, because I have seen him as a sergeant arms. Means totally setting the tone, the energy. Like in the opening, that now the Yashasvi Jaiswal is playing. Okay. So just welcome on the stage Toastmaster Ravi.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I thank every role player and every guest who have attended this meeting and making this meeting memorable. So I have few announcements. Now Vadodara Toastmaster Club is on LinkedIn also. So you can just connect on LinkedIn to get the more update. Another thing is on 14th January we are having Makar Sankranti, so there will be no regular meeting, and it is my personal request that the people who are riding two-wheelers, please tie that wire in front of your vehicle, and those people who are riding four-wheelers, so if you ride just behind the two-wheeler, just keep a maintain distance, because you don't know when the two-wheeler will break, and you will avoid that incident. We are having international speech contest in end of January or in the start of February. So people who are interested in participating them, and the minimum requirement for that is level 2 completion. So if anyone is interested in completing their level, so you can contact Janki for your speech allotment. So she will help you out. And we have a great offer from Toastmaster International for the renewals. So if you renew before the January, 31st January, you will get a great merchandise from them, like a pen, badge, or a t-shirt, and all sort of things. So I request everyone to renew in January, so you will get that benefit. We will release the exact pricing and how the fees structure has been decided for the next tenure, for the next cycle, by Wednesday after discussing it. Okay. So is the awards ready? Certificates. So for the we still have 5 minutes. So let's have a guest feedback. So any guest who likes to come here and give a feedback about the meeting, how it goes, please. Huge round of applause for her.
Good afternoon, everyone. Once again, Mayuri Jadhav here. And this is my first experience. I visited a lot of events, lot of discussions, panels, and lot of groups, meetups, and everything. But today I have to decide. I definitely join this Toastmaster Club because this platform only in Baroda that people have to learn and communicate and without any fear speak anything without any breaking eye contact. So this is a best platform that I have to come here and visit this experience. So thank you Toastmasters guys.
Any other guests who would like to give a feedback about the meeting? So they are most welcome.
I didn't know what Toastmasters is. I would really like to thank Toastmaster Dekhan who introduced this to me. This was the first time I'm seeing that you are getting live feedback on a speech. People usually take criticism on a negative way, but here we have a very positive culture to nurture your criticism and to work on that. I am really grateful to be a part of it. Thank you.
Anyone else? So the guest, so you can come over here, you can introduce yourself as we have not met you.
इसके बाद you
Thank you.
It was a wonderful opportunity to join everyone. Again, I would also like to thank Vikram sir for giving me this opportunity. I had a brief idea of what Toastmaster was because in our corporate also they encourage about Toastmasters. There was a brief Toastmaster event in my own department which helped me out to get a brief idea of what Toastmaster was. And to be very honest sir, I was searching where was good Toastmaster events being conducted, and someone, I don't remember the names, I'm really sorry, but there was a speech about mentor. And I can say that in Toastmaster I have a very great mentor who will be guiding me through. And the positive reactions as well as the way the encouraging faces look when I was nervous once I had said the word word in place of address. And I was really scared as to like how to do the transition. But then I saw the faces were all smiling, everyone was calm. So I was like, okay, I can do the transition easily. And that helped me out to keep myself calm and continue. So thank you so much.
Hello everyone, this is my first time and first day today in Toastmasters International. I am currently pursuing diploma in CSE from Parul University. Sorry, I forgot to tell my name. My name is Krish Panchwani. I got to know this from Anand sir. My dad told me it's good, and it was a very memorable day, and I was very grateful for and I learned new things. I learned the various types, and thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Akash. So today was my first day in Toastmaster. So I have heard a lot of things about the Toastmaster through my son Harsh. But today was my very unique and a great experience for this Toastmaster, because what conception or like what perception was that about Toastmaster is that it helps in building the communication skills, and it helps you become a confident speaker and all about speaking. But what I find in this platform is that it is not about only speaking. It is much more than speaking. It is all about evaluating yourself, giving the feedback, timekeeping. So it's whole lot of package. It's a full-fledged package, and I think that it's an opportunity, and it is available within our city and available to us within our city. But I think everybody should try to spread the positivities of this platform more and more, so that more and more people can join and develop themselves as a whole, being a holistic approach. Thank you.
Thank you so much, all the guests, for their positive feedbacks. Now let's begin our awards celebration. For that, I would like to invite Toastmaster Haripratap. So the best prepared speaker, Toastmaster Pradeep.
एक मिनट फोटो
Best evaluator, Toastmaster Dhruv.
Thank you.
Best table topic speaker, Toastmaster Jyoti.
Thank you.
Best supporting role player, Toastmaster Vikram. And best role player, Toastmaster Chintan. after the full meeting, I would like to adjourn this meeting. Let's gather for a group photo.